How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be going over the part 2 to our series of developing a HexArch application using the Go programming language. Today what we're going to be doing is just connecting to our Cassandra instance, our local instance. If you guys aren't familiar with Cassandra or how to download it, I'd recommend looking at my video that I made a while ago about doing all that. Also, if you're new, make sure you like and subscribe, and also check out my GitHub. I've been uploading this code for each video that I make, and also I just started to tag them. So the previous video, part 1, is under this v1 tag, and this video, part 2, will be under v2.0 underneath this YouTube tutorials repository, which will be linked in the description below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. First thing we want to do is create a storage folder. And in there, we will create a file called storage-cassandra. And here we will make a package or declare that it's part of the storage package. We'll have a struct called storage, and that will have a DB with a pointer to gocql.session. Let me fix this import real quick. All right. Now, next thing we want to do is declare a function called setup storage. Now, the idea is what we're going to do is call this function. It's going to return a type of storage, and eventually we are going to call, or we're going to get that instance of our storage and pass it through our routers and eventually to our services. But in this video, all we're going to be doing is connecting to our Cassandra instance and maybe running a test query of some sort. So yeah, let's go back to finishing up the function. It's going to return a type of storage, an error. And in here, if we're following along with the Cassandra docs, where is it? I ran into issue earlier with my local instance, but we got that all squared out. We will, here we go. This is off to the side a little bit. All right. So what we do first is declare a cluster, and then a keyspace, consistency, and then we create the session, and eventually we'll return that session in the form of our storage struct. So first things first is declare the cluster, and that is gocql.create cluster. Is that right? Oh, it's new cluster, not create cluster. New cluster. And here we're going to do localhost, so 127.0.0.1, and then keyspace. We haven't declared that yet, but we will create one called CandyShop DB, and then cluster consistency is going to be gocql.quorum. Oops. And then session and error, and that is going to be gocql.create new session. There we go. And then here we're going to check if there's an error. And if there is an error, all we want to do is return an empty struct of the storage and the error. And then if not, just return storage with the DB of the type session. Not of the type, but with session. All right. So now, also what we want to do, so we can do just a quick little test here. We want to create a function that it's going to be a receiver function that allows us to make a simple query within the main.go file just to make sure everything's working and connecting fine with our local Cassandra. So we'll call that S, and it's going to be of type storage, and then we'll do get all candy names or something, and it will return a slice of string and also an error. And then we can grab within the official docs of the GoSQL driver, we can copy this part right here, and we'll make a few little changes. First, what we want to do is declare a candy variable, candy of type string, and then also a candies slice of string. And then what we're going to do is do a select name from candies table, which we haven't created yet. And then we are going to scan it to this candy variable, and then we're going to append this candies variable to the candies slice. So append candies and candy. All right, and then after that we will close that out, and then what is going on for? Where did this come from? That's closed there. That's closed there. That's there. Is that just not formatted right? Okay, yeah, I think it just wasn't formatted right. So instead of session here, we're going to do s.db.query, since this DB is our session. And once we do that, what we want to do is return our candies slice and nil for our error. And also in here, if there is an error of any sorts, we want to return nil and the error. And then we'll handle that on the other end of when we call this function. So sorry, this should, I think this should be cluster dot new session, create session. That's what it is. All right, yeah, so cluster dot create session, and also let's go ahead and set all of that up inside of our main.go file. We're going to return an R, or we're naming it R because it's our repository. You can name it S or whatever, it doesn't really matter. But we're going to call storage dot setup storage, and then if error not equal nil, we want to do a log dot fatal ln error while setting up storage, and then print that error. And what is this complaining about? Storage declared by package storage. Yeah, wrong import. There we go. So after we get that instance, we want to call that new get all candies by name. And once we get that, we want to just do a log dot print line. All right, and I've also created a few queries here to create our KEYSPACE and everything inside of our Cassandra instance. So let's go ahead and go inside of our terminal and run SQL/sh. Again, if you don't have this set up, make sure to go check out my video on how to set up Cassandra locally and connect it to your Go app. So yeah, we're here. Now let me just make sure I have deleted the previous. Yep. So I'll also copy and paste this code inside of this storage Cassandra file. So those of you who are following along can just copy and paste it. Also, I'll have this in the description of the video, so if you're following along that way, it'll be available. So yeah, let's get that, create that table. Again, describe key spaces. We now see CandyShop. And this table is called candies. And oh, you know, I need to use that key space that I just made before I can create a table. So yeah, this candies table is going to have a primary key of candy ID and a category, a clustering column of category, and you can go as far as adding another cluster key if you wanted, like brand or name or something, but this is fine for now. So let's insert some data in there. We're going to insert one KitKat. Let's do a sour category and Skittles. And that is, let's do 189. Why not? I don't know why I just did that when I could have just copied it. All right. Do that. And then just to make sure everything is working, candies. There it is, our two categories and two names. So Skittles and KitKat. Now, when we run our main.go app, we should see KitKat and Skittles printed out into our console. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but in this video, in this series of videos, I'm going to try to make things as quickly and short as possible. That way, it's easier to jump around and to keep focus in these tutorials, because I know they can be kind of long sometimes. But anyway, let's run go cmd main.go to make sure everything is working fine. There goes our go mod, getting our dependencies. And here we go. We can see our server is up and running, and we've printed our KitKat Skittles, our KitKat and Skittle names for our candies inside of our Cassandra instance. And the reason why there's this nil here is because we are just returning. We're printing our our slice and our error, which happens to be nil. So if we want to fix that, we can do C and error, and then same if error not nil. I can just take this one and do error while getting candies in storage, sure. And then here we can just print C. Oh, forgot to do this thing. All right. Now if we run it again, we should just see KitKat and Skittles. There we go. And that's it for this video. Thanks very much for sticking with me. I hope this was very informative, and we'll clean this up, as I said before, in the other videos. With that being said, I will create another tag for this particular code and merge it into master. So if you want to check it out and be a part of it there, again, this is my GitHub repository. It'll be in the link in the description down below. And to access this particular video, you'll just choose, you'll go over here to GitHub, go to master here to look at the branches, and then click on the tags option, and you'll be able to see all the different tags that I have set forward. From right now it's only on one, and now this is two, but it could be more, you know. But yeah, it should be identical to the part of the video. Also, if you want just a finished final product, you can go over to master. That should have whatever the latest code is. So yeah, go check that out. And if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Share it, you know, if there's anybody you think would learn from this. The Go community is growing. It's growing quick, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. So yeah, like and subscribe. This takes a while to make these videos, and I really appreciate it. It goes a long way. And comment down below if you'd like to see any other integration or any other things you want to see that I haven't done already moving forward with this project. So yeah, thank you guys. Catch you guys next time.